All right, I think I'm recording. What's up, you Flow noobs? It is Jacob Tucker back at it again for another Flow video. Wow, it's been quite a while since I've said that, but happy to be back. So, Jerome, if you're watching this is for you, man. I'm going to be making a video on the new super commands that just came out in the Flow realm. I also want to give a quick shout out. Dimitri made a post here. Shout out Dimitri. Dimitri made a post thanks to Side Ninja, Dylan, and the community champions, Blue Sign and BR Tech. I mean, obviously the legends as always. Thank you so much for these awesome updates. And I'm here to demonstrate. So let's get into it without further ado. So I'm gonna put this link in the description. You can read it if you want, but I'm just gonna walk you through it on my own. So before you begin, make sure you have the latest Flow CLI version installed. I believe I have version 45.1, so make sure you have at least that. And if you do, you'll be good to go. So I'm in a random directory right now, and what I'm going to show you is one of the two really cool things that one of the two really cool super commands. The first one is flow setup, and then you can put a name of the directory. So I'll put test setup. And what this does is it quickly makes a directory for you with some folders. Let's take a look. So if I cd into test setup now, and let's open this in VS Code. You can see it gives me a flow JSON file. Awesome. Gives me a little README here. Gives me a cadence folder, and it already has some contracts inside of it called dog, shelter, and person. Super random, right? You can replace these as much as you want. Some scripts to go along with it, and also some transactions. It also includes an empty web folder and an empty API folder in case, this is just boom, this is the start to your project. You can fill this up as much as you want. The main point of the super commands is for testing in like a local dev environment, so aka using the emulator. So let's we're not going to dive into the cadence code here, although you know me, I do love doing that. I'm not going to. Let's just instead run the Flow emulator and get this thing started. So let's say we were testing in a local emulator and we wanted to test our contracts, dog, shelter, and person, right? We would run Flow emulator start, and I always put the little -v flag for verbose, I think it stands for. Like you can see the logs of the emulator. So boom, we just started it up. And what I'm going to do is in another terminal, cd into test setup, and I'm going to run a command called flow dev. Now, this is the second thing that's super cool with the subcommands, flow dev. But first, I want to show you what it actually does. So look at this flow.json file. It's pretty boilerplate empty right now. When I go ahead and run flow dev, it's actually going to populate. Well, of course, my VS Code's like so weird for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm gonna try and run that again. All right, my Windows is so weird, but this is what should happen. It should populate your flow.json file with all the deployments you need. It sets it up all perfectly. It gives you some accounts, and it deploys the contracts inside of the contracts folder to these accounts. So you can, modify these contracts. You can add new contracts. You can remove the contracts, and it's going to keep it up to date in live time, which is so cool. So you'll see it automatically recognize dog, shelter, and person, the two contracts in here. And let's just go ahead and test it out. So let's run the say hello script and see if it even works. So let's, oops, this was me testing before the video. Let me increase the size for all of you. Let me go ahead and cd into test setup. And we're going to run flow scripts execute /cadence /scripts /say hello.cdc. And you can see it returns hello, my name is Alice, which it's doing right here. Another really cool update with this thing, by the way, with Flow Dev is that you can import like this now. So usually you would say like import person from like OX01 or like whatever the service account is, like whatever, usually it'd be something like this. However, with the Flow Dev, you can actually just put person. So just the name of the contract. It's that easy. So amazing work by everyone that worked on this. Super cool. And I want to also prove to you that you can even update the contract and you don't even have to restart the emulator or redeploy. It literally does it for you, which is so cool. So if I put pub function say goodbye, return a string, and I just say return goodbye, idiot. And then make a script in here called say goodbye.cdc. Let me just copy and paste say hello, and instead we're going to run say goodbye. Notice I'm not even going to restart the emulator here or touch anything. I'm literally just going to go in here, and instead of running say hello, I'm going to run say goodbye, and it worked. So I didn't even have to restart emulator, nothing. It automatically updated everything for me, which is so amazing. And let's actually make a new contract called Jacob, and let's say pub contract Jacob. Pub let number is an integer, and we're going to say init self.num equals 0. If I save this, then FlowDev actually should automatically deploy Jacob, and it did. So just so cool. It also automatically updated our flow.json. Brilliant work by everyone that worked on this. And I guess the last thing I think that someone would want me to mention is I believe they also hold on, let me take a quick glance here. They also improved like Flow Help or something. Yeah, I think if you run like oh, sorry. If you run like a Flow Help or something, yeah, they like made this a lot nicer. Of course, like on a Mac, they have like this it's super nice format. I'm on a Windows. I don't even know what the heck a Windows is. Honestly, I struggled even loading up Linux. I have no idea what's going on. But you can see it's more nicely formatted. So yeah, that's all you need. Hope this video was helpful. Try to keep it short as always, and have a great rest of your day or whatever else you're doing. Peace out.